Well, hi there everyone, Baryonyx5 here, and welcome back to Planet 19. Where, what has been happening? Well, it looks like it's a lovely sunny day. It doesn't actually seem to rain much on Planet 19, now I think about it, which is pretty good because I've got a wooden floor in, which is a little bit open to the elements. So, what have I been doing since last time? I have been failing to walk in a straight line. If we come over here, all this is working as normal. The turtle tree farm is off just at the minute, just because I have plenty of stuff. I don't particularly need it running. Over here, the number of sheep is very slowly climbing up. I don't know what we have. We've got a baby sheep in there, some adults. I have taken the cube out, not because I don't want this powered anymore, but because you can see it is still absolutely full. I want to colour up some sheep and I can't see what the colours are just at the minute, so I'm just going to let that run out and then I shall colour up a few sheep. I'm thinking just, you know, the basic colours, black, white, blue, yellow, red and green probably. That'll let me make all the secondary colours if I ever need to. So that's what's going on in there at the minute. Of more interest is down here. This is where the quarries are. Now, I have been down here because I have been filling in one of the quarries. It was very exciting. I did manage not to fall off, but I did manage to, you know, injure my finger holding down shift all the time. So this is what we have ended up with. We have this one quarry, which is not only completely covered over, you can see where the original quarry was. There's the other two next to it. But I've dug out a little hole around it as well. Now, why have I done that? Well, on Planet 19 there are other players, obviously. It is an SMP, and that means that sometimes it's a little bit awkward to get mobs. Because, you know, the day-night cycle can be a bit messed up when people sleep, things like that. And I believe these mobs have a lot of very useful things to offer me. I keep looking around just in case something's going to walk up next to me. It hasn't at the minute. Now, I don't have the sort of resources needed to make an active mob grinder at the minute, the sort of thing which I can spawn mobs in with. But this will be a good start. This can be a passive mob grinder. The idea is I take all of these torches out. It becomes a very big, very dark area where mobs can spawn, and I put in a block which will farm those mobs. So what is the block which will farm those mobs? Well, as you can probably imagine from what I have been using so far in this planet, the UN has very kindly given us Mine Factory Reloaded, and it would be silly not to use it. There are plenty of other ways, but this is a fairly simple way of doing it. Let's get back into here. There has been no real building work gone on in here lately. So the thing which I want, I thought I saw something then, but I didn't, is from Mine Factory Reloaded, and it is the, let me find it in here. Where has it gone? I'm sure it's in those top ones. I'm on page 2. It is there, the grinder. The grinder grinds mobs. It'll grind active and active. Hostile and passive was what I was trying to say, mobs. So it will take out things like skeletons, endermen, anything like that which I'm having trouble getting. It isn't too bad. It is some tin gears, plastic sheets, Invar, a pair of books, and a reception coil. And I assume, yep, one machine frame. So those can be very quickly knocked together. Yet another machine frame and reception coil. The excitement, it never ends with these. Am I nearly out of glass? I've got some funky glass in here. I can turn that back into normal. So a machine frame, a reception coil. Oops. Now tin gears needs tin. And I should have plenty of tin. That's the silver, that's the tin. I should just pop, as ever, one piece back in to try and keep some order in this. There is very little order in this because I don't have enough stuff at the minute. Now I think tin gears are just like that. They are. Now the one that's probably going to be awkward is that that one is an Invar sword, isn't it? So I'm going to need 2 pieces of Invar. I have a single piece of Invar. That's very annoying. So Invar is 2 pieces of iron. It is 2, isn't it? 2 pieces of iron to 1 of nickel. So we will super quickly just do that. Really... Oh, can I actually touch that? I can't. I don't want that going into here. It hasn't. So I've got a ton of pulverised copper in there for no good reason. Probably because... I've got no idea, actually. 1 nickel. Or ferrous. Actually, while I'm here, I could just do a little bit extra because why not? Well, one good reason is I don't really have that much of the old iron at the minute. So there's some ferrous. Here's another couple of pieces of iron. Grab them, smush them together in your hands, and you get Invar Blend 6 pieces, which can just get baked off. And really, probably could do with not going out straight away. And those can go back. Right, that's 3 pieces of that, which is plenty. The rest can go find its own way. Do I have sticks? Sticks. Everything except a stick. Everything except wood, apparently. Any sticks would have ended up here. There we go. I thought I must have a ton of them. And the plastic sheets are in there too. 2 plastic sheets. And for some reason the iron is going into there. Why would the... Interesting. It's because there aren't any servos on the back saying that only things can go that way because I am cheap at the minute, is the main reason that's happening. So an Invar sword combined with machine frame redstone reception coil. Books. Books is what I didn't make. Now books need leather and paper. Do I have both of those here? I have a little bit of paper. Not enough, do I? It requires 2 pieces, doesn't it? 3 pieces to make a book. But that is no great problem. I have a huge reed bed over here, which should soon really come inside the factory walls, so that I can start building out my quayside, my docks. Let's get a load in. And go back up here. Right. Here we have a load of paper, which will give us a load of books. And by a load, I obviously mean 2, because 2 is sufficient. Where is my leather? What did I just put in? Have I left it all in there? That's fine. I don't really mind. Books and the gears. That is going to make us... plastic sheets. The grinder. So the grinder is like most of the other Mine Factory Reloaded machines. It works on a 3x3 radius, which is not really very big. Now that is very small actually, and that room is a lot larger, and hopefully, if I've calculated it correctly, the range upgrade that it should need should be a silver upgrade, a radius increase of 6. Not to mean it just covers a much larger area. It needs silver, plastic, redstone and some ingots. The reason I chose that one is because the one thing I do have tons of is silver, because not much has been using it. Now I should have 3 pieces of raw plastic in here, he says. But it is just melted up from those bars, so I can just make up a little bit more very quickly. 3 of those. And then I also needed a single gold nugget. And the redstone is over there. Now this is going to come really slowly through here, isn't it? There's one sheet, that is sugar, isn't it? Just checking. There's 2 pieces of plastic, and I've got to wait for the other one to come all the way through. Which it should do any second now. Any second. Come on. You can make it. There we go, 3rd piece. It is night time again, so it is a good time to sleep. So it is raw plastic, some silver, a gold nugget, and 2 pieces of redstone creates our range upgrade. Now what else do we need? Well, let's just really quickly go to sleep. There we go. Nice view of the moon going up overnight. We wake up here, and I have moved, by the way, this fluid transposer down. It's still in the wrong place. Right, we are also going to just need to plug all this in, because I don't really want to have to go downstairs into the mob trap every time I want to get stuff out of it. So I'm going to need a few item ducts and a little bit of leadstone energy conduit. Some of which might prove tricky. Right, what do we have over here already? So, I can make up some extra item ducting. And the thing which I really need is the conduit. Now, leadstone energy conduit, this is where I've got to try and remember off the top of my head, and I'm probably going to fail. Is it like that? It's not, is it? It's the other way around. The redstone goes around the edge. Yep, other way around. So I am starting to burn through my redstone supplies quite badly. 6 pieces should be enough. I don't really want to use any more redstone. It's getting problematic. Let's go out the front door, because I shouldn't keep going out a hole in the wall. And down to the quayside. Right, I do have everything. There's nothing I've forgotten. Of course there is. I knew there would be something I'd forgotten. What I think I shall do, rather than making up a new energy cell on camera, is just use this one for this mob trap for the time being. And then build another one to put back onto the sheep farm. The other thing which I'm going to need is going to be a chest. I've got a load of planks up here for no good reason. Well, I'm sure there is a good reason. It's probably because I put them in it. But other than that, there's no good reason. So I'm just going to make up probably a double chest, actually. There we go. Head on out again. I really need to get a pressure plate on that. Right. Let us get through and into here. And head on down into the quarry. Or the mob trap, as this one will now be. Now, it will be slightly dangerous because I'll be walking along here to get to my quarries, but hopefully there won't be any skeletons or anything like that. Now, the actual grinder is going to sit right here. This is the edge facing this way out into it. So the only question is, how do I route everything? Well, obviously, stuff is going to come out the back here. I'm going to have to pole up out of here and go up here. Something akin to that. So this is going to get a bit messy a bit quickly. I could have really used some ladders to get up and down here. Now the other thing that this needs is a conduit, and I don't think it'll really hurt. It should really be recessed into the wall, actually. Because anything that spawns back here won't be got by it. But I'll just have to live with that, I think. The leadstone energy conduit is going to come back here. So I think I have enough pieces. I'm just going to have to take this wall out slightly and refill it in, probably with the same stuff so that my inventory doesn't get full of rubbish. And a bit of cobblestone. Okay, let's also take this roof out just a little bit. Hello beehive, just so that I can move around in here. That is an old set of steps from an old mine that I must have dug once. Okay, yes, I think that's reasonably safe. If I put that on there and put the chest... Let's see, where do I come down? This is... I didn't know there was a set of steps literally like that. Okay, so let's dig that out, board this one up. I only built this place, I have no idea how it all fits together. There's an old set of steps as well. Now the problem is again that this place is on a huge cave system, so there will be mobs spawning down there where I don't really want them to. Another problem is I do really need to get down there to actually take out the lighting. Let's just actually pop a single one of these on top of here because I'll be up here fairly often. And pop the cell in like that. Yes, that is correct. Of course, it's a gravel vein. Right, this now has power. You can see it is charging up. It won't hurt me, which is good. But what it does is it waits, tries to find a mob, and when it finds one, it will kill it. I need to switch this round. It will then auto-eject out the back. The drops will all go up and go up into the top. That is the plan anyway. So let's take out all of these. Oh, yellowite. I might like a little bit of yellowite, because I've not really found much of it. And this is a big vein. I have got distracted, for which I apologise. It's a big vein. Isn't this exciting? There we go, that's the end of it. Cobble that back up. This is where a creeper has suddenly formed behind me and blows me straight down into the mine, the quarry. We are safe. Okay, has that picked up all the torches? Now that torch up there might be problematic. Let's hit the old F7 overlay. Yes, it's just taking out a couple of squares there. Is this one? That one is fine. If I take this one out, it'll make a bit of a mess there, but can I put it there? There we go. That means it won't be affecting those, but it will keep all of these clear. So there we go, we now have a mob trap which will hopefully be starting to work. Let's head on back upstairs, because mobs never spawn if you are too close to them. Okay, so shall we just do something for an extra couple of minutes? For a start, turn off the overlay whilst we are waiting, and then we'll go back and see if that has actually done anything. What I'm thinking I might just do really quickly is actually get these pressure plates on the go. I believe they do work. Will the carpenter's pressure plates actually work? It is just 2 of those. I have no idea why I went into there. Get you out and into there where you are more useful, and get a couple of pressure plates. Will these actually do anything if put... They won't work there, will they? If put there, they do. Perfect. So I can just open them as normal and come in. So let us just... We all know how pressure plates work, I hope. They just give a redstone signal out. So the only question is, what should I do with these? Because I could sort of tone them in to look like the flooring, but I think they'd look better as some sort of welcome mat. Would they? Like a black welcome mat or something? I don't think it really wants to be wood. It should be a welcoming mat. What blocks do I have which I could potentially use to colour them in. The sand, obviously, but that's pretty manky. I don't really want... I could have really mucky ones, have them made from dirt. That wouldn't be good, I don't think. I don't know if limestone would look any good. I don't know if the jungle wood would look any good. And I don't know if the wool would look any good. Maybe try some black wool. Let's have a look and see what we think. Jungle wood planks. Jungle wood planks, they don't look too bad. How about limestone? Limestone, it just looks like I've put a piece of rock on the floor. It'd make a good countertop. It looks like a chopping board or something if I ever make a kitchen. How does cobble? Cobble? No, definitely not cobble. The white. The white. Oh, it doesn't look quite right, does it? Can we get you up, please? And see what you would look like with a piece of black wool. I think I might like the black, actually. Brown would probably be the best, if I do get any brown wool. But I think I'll probably turn them all to black wool, at least for now. Okay, it is getting nighttime, but I don't think I shall work overnight. Sleep overnight even, I mean. Let's just quickly... I know what I can quickly do, actually. Let us, you never saw this, take out this particular square, because under this particular square, there is a lever. Oh, look what's happened. We've found a secret. Heading on down here then, you can see that I've made a few slight changes to here. Put in some steps, things like that, put in some walls, and dug this area out. I've put a proper roof in. It still needs a lot of work. But I'm thinking that this will be good for a Mistcraft room, actually. I'm thinking I'm going to keep the caves looking sort of semi-natural, so lots of different textures and shapes down here. We're just sort of semi-enclosed in with other blocks. I will probably get rid of the mud and the grass blocks up there like that. Replace it with smooth stone. Make it try and look like a natural cave system that I'm in. So that's how that is coming along. The only problem is you do have to jump up the last step, which is a bit annoying. As is losing a block down there, because I can't jump up from down here. I will come up with a better solution than that. I will move it around, but that works for now. I have not switched that lever off before I covered it, and nobody would ever know it was there, except everyone who's actually watched this. Okay, I will actually go and sleep in my bed for another moment. Look at that beautiful moonrise. It's nice actually, it'll rise through that glass, won't it? Right, let us go and see if... Yay, pressure plates, they are so awesome. If anything has happened down in my mob trap. Right, come on down here and let's see. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all has spawned yet. But hopefully it will. I will wait for something to spawn and come down and probably show you next time. So in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed this episode. And most importantly, I do hope to see you once again next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.